The high-stakes OpenAI trial pitting tech giants Elon Musk and Sam Altman against each other is wrapping up its second week with testimony from former OpenAI board members. And that includes Siobhan Zillis, a former OpenAI employee and board member. She's also the mother of 4 of Elon Musk's children. I want to bring in Axios senior tech policy reporter Ashley Gold. We heard from a variety of characters, by the way, Ashley, in this tech titan soap opera. We're going to get to Siobhan in a second. But we also heard from Murati, the former chief technology officer at OpenAI, and she described what I can best describe as a toxic work culture when she was there. She also said she warned OpenAI that they might collapse under all this leadership drama and turmoil. Why is her testimony so important in this case?
Our testimony is so important here because in 2023, when the board attempted to fire Sam Altman as CEO of OpenAI, she was right in the middle of all those discussions. She was talking to Sam, she was talking to Satya Nadella from Microsoft, she was conversing back and forth with the board. So she was right in the middle, and she was trying to show a certain loyalty to Sam, who she had been working with for a couple years then, but also expressing that the board was worried about his fitness to serve as a leader. And she said himself that Sam has issues with lying and with misrepresenting things to his employees and to the public. So she was kind of an interesting character because she has been portrayed as trying to play both sides, to be aligned with Sam and to also support his firing and say he may not be a good leader. But she was really in the middle of those heated couple of days in 2023 when it looked like Sam Altman was going to be ousted from the company entirely.
We also heard testimony, and I mentioned this in the intro, from a woman named Siobhan Zillis. Now, she used to be working with OpenAI. She was one of the original employees. She was also on the board. She also has 4 children with Elon Musk. Why did she testify, and what did she have to say?
She testified because OpenAI's lawyers are accusing her of sort of being a funnel between OpenAI's board and Musk once Musk left the company. That is complicated by the fact that he has fathered 4 of her children, although she said in court that they don't and they haven't had a romantic relationship in quite some time. But she is being sort of used by OpenAI's lawyers as a symbol that Musk was getting information from her and only decided to sue OpenAI over his, current issue, which is that it went from being a nonprofit focused on humanity, human-focused AI for the world, to a for-profit company. She's being accused of sort of funneling that information so that he knew when to strike and when to sue. And he's being accused of doing that when OpenAI became really popular with the release of ChatGPT.
Yeah, reading the testimony here has been just fascinating. And, we also heard from several other witnesses today. I want to mention that several of them were former OpenAI board members. Neither of these men, Elon Musk or Sam Altman, are coming off as sympathetic characters by any stretch of the imagination. How could that impact this jury trial?
I think it just shows that when it comes to major tech companies that make billions of dollars and are, valuated at hundreds of billions of dollars, often at the top, there is a lot of infighting and male egos going on. These are 2 male tech leaders who have had it out for each other for years, and they can't help being petty and fighting on X, even in the days leading up to the trial. And anybody who knows what it takes to run a successful company that is going to stand the test of time is your leader has to have the temperament to sort of weather those storms and not be sunk by them. And I think anybody watching this trial is not going to come away thinking, Musk or Altman really have what it takes. But, we'll see what happens.
And now Anthropic has entered the chat, OpenAI's main competitor, at least right now. They just signed a deal with Elon Musk's SpaceX. How is that going to increase the tension between Musk and OpenAI and Altman?
So this is totally the enemy of my enemy is my friend situation. OpenAI and SpaceX and Elon, they've been battling it out, and Anthropic has had its own drama with SpaceX and with Elon. But offering them computing and more of sort of the infrastructure they need to be able to have more computing power for their AI tools, that ultimately helps Anthropic beat OpenAI in this race between the two top leading AI frontier companies. So I think Elon sees this as, it benefits SpaceX in certain ways, but it also hurts OpenAI.
The drama between these two, it's almost Shakespearean to watch it unfold. Ashley Gold, thank you so much. Great to be with you.
Thank you.